Okay. So a little bit more specific. That was mostly about the audience. That was about the who. And of course, we got into niche, but I didn't define it yet. So a niche, I'm going to use a definition I recently learned, and I want to just throw it out there for contemplative purposes. Your niche is not your audience, is not a person. Your niche is not a person. It's a unique problem that you can solve within your zone of genius that people will pay you a premium for. Your niche is not a person. It's a unique problem that you can solve within your zone of genius that somebody will pay you a premium for. I would put in there that somebody that you really care about will pay you a premium for. It's if I were to extrapolate and add my own words, your niche is not a person, but it's serving a person. Your niche is something you get into based on a mind of service. So your business is service oriented. Your whole business is completely service oriented, where you're doing it to be of service, and because it actually helps you to grow and become a better person too. Your whole life wants to be an expression of you becoming a better person and helping as many people as possible. This is the whole purpose of your life. And if you do anything outside of this, you're going off track. So your business should not take away from your own personal growth, and your business should not have an absence of you being of service to others. Okay, we need to personally grow. I suppose that your business doesn't have to be the vehicle of your own growth, but it certainly should not get in the way of your growth. It should not obstruct your growth. Your business should not divorce you from your true nature. Your business should not be a blockage to your spiritual growth. It should be a vehicle. Ideally, it's a vehicle to your personal growth, and at minimum, it should be neutral to your personal growth, meaning it does not hurt you at all. Now, Jim Rohn is Tony Robbins' mentor. He said that the best part about becoming a millionaire is the person that you have to become along the way. So I do believe this is true. Entrepreneurship, just like any challenge at all, is very helpful. Any challenges, if you're a spiritual person and you don't want challenges, you are a hypocrite, because challenges are the way that you grow. Challenges are the way that anybody grows spiritually and personally. So if you want to be spiritual, if you want to evolve spiritually and to grow yourself as a human being, but yet you shy away from challenges, what you're saying is, actually, I'd rather have an easy life than to evolve. Okay? And this is a mind of a kindergarten practitioner. This is not a mature spiritual attitude. This is a very beginner mind, but not in the positive sense of a beginner mind. This is an immature moment of mind. We need to develop a more mature mind that loves challenges because we love growth, right? We love growth, therefore we love challenges. And entrepreneurship is an example of endless challenges, because you're not just solving your own problems. Yes, you are solving your own business's problems in entrepreneurship. You're building a raft while you're floating on the river, right? You're building a bridge while there's a car crossing the bridge. Entrepreneurship is constant evolution. You're constantly building new solutions for your own business. However, as I already said, your business is actually about solving other people's problems. So if you don't like challenges, you are in the wrong business. And I'm sorry, but there are no seats on the cloud left available. You're going to have to be in real life. I know sometimes we want to be just like float away into the cloud, into the heaven space, and just be, with God. And you can be with God, but you are also in human form. And the best way to evolve is to have a mind of service, where you accept the challenges that arise for you during your service, right? If you decide to be of service to others and then things get hard and you quit, again, a little bit immature. We want to be able to roll with challenges and to accept them along the way as we are striving to help people. And as I said, your business is a vehicle for your own service and ideally for your own growth. Okay? So this is what I think about that. Okay. So your niche, your niche is something that you get into almost like a pond. Your niche is like a pond, and you get into it in the first place because you're in the canoe of service and growth, right? So there's like a little pond, and maybe there's a little like creek that goes to the pond, right? There's like your home, and there's a little creek, and then there's this pond, okay? And on the other side of the pond, maybe there's a little creek again, but there's this particular pond. Now you're in the vehicle of a canoe that's your growth and your service. And you're traveling from your home, from your safe space, right? From who you are, from a clear acknowledgement, who am I? That's your home. You leave your home and you are still connected to home as you leave it. You're in the canoe of benefit and service and growth. And then you want to kind of consciously, I would think, I suppose unconsciously is okay, enter into the niche because you're being carried by growth and service into that niche, right? Again, the growth and service is what brings you into the pond, into that niche. So your niche is a unique problem that you can solve within your zone of genius that you love to do. Yeah, and it's based on, that people that you care about will pay you a premium for. Okay, now in the beginning, you don't have to be concerned about premiums. You want to, I'd say, learn to tune to higher and higher and higher premiums as you go. Because your business is not going to be any fun if you're not making any money, and you won't be making any money if you're constantly serving people who don't have any money. Okay, you want to be able to find a market that actually has money and that actually values the solutions that you want to provide, right? Whatever solutions that you want to provide, these are what's monetized, is the solutions. People care about solving problems, and they want to solve problems that they're aware of. So you need a niche where people are already aware of their problems. You don't want to get into, at this point, a business where you have to inform people of their problem. That's too much work right now. You want to get into a niche where people already know they have problems, ideally where they already are looking for solutions. They're already looking for solutions to problems. So the people that you're serving are people that you care about, and they already know they have a problem, and they're already looking for solutions to that problem. They might even be looking for solutions that are related or similar to what you do. They might even be looking for solutions that are related to or similar to what you do. Okay, that's going to be probably as good as it's going to get. Yeah, coaching is quite popular, but it is kind of new-ish. It's not super mainstream. But anyway, yeah, people are going to be, they're looking for solutions. They might even be looking for something similar to what you do, or even maybe something exactly like what you do. Okay, that's your niche. Is that person? That's the kind of person that you're going to be surrounding yourself in the pond. There's all these other people in the pond, and they're looking for solutions that are similar to what you do. Okay, and they're certainly looking for solutions in general, and they're quite aware that they have a problem. Okay, that's the space that you want to enter into. It is going to be too much education to have to convince them that they have a problem or that they need a solution. Instead, you still will need to educate your ideal audience, your audience. You have to educate them, and I'm going to go into specifics about that in a different video, but for now I can say the main education that you do is about your method. They're already looking for solutions, and what they're looking for is a new method. They want to find a method that still feels easy and that they can have faith in, meaning they know it's going to work. okay? Your method needs to be different, because if it's not different, then people will feel that either they can get it somewhere else or that it won't be easy. Yeah, because if they've already been exposed to methods that are like yours, and maybe it didn't work, and then they see your method and your method looks the same, they're going to think, okay, either this won't work, or maybe they tried a similar method and it wasn't easy and they gave up. And then if they see that your method is the same as those methods, they'll think, well, then yours isn't easy. The reason that you have to be different is because you need to let people have faith in the fact that it can be easy and that it will work. Okay? Easy and it works. I think fast is another one that you don't have to include that one, and you certainly shouldn't promise it, especially if it's not true. But you can still leave the door open for people to believe that simply by having a different method. Your method's different. I'd say easy and that it'll work. Okay? You need to keep that door open. If that door isn't open, especially the one that you definitely need is that it's going to work. That door has to be open. If they tried something and it didn't work before, you need to show that you're different than those things. Okay, your method, not your program specifically, but your method. We're going to talk about this later. There's a difference between the method of transformation that you provide and the actual program that you provide, which is an implementation of the method. The program is an implementation of the method. The program is a fulfillment on the method. It's group coaching, it's one-on-one coaching, it's this many sessions, it's this whatever, this number of weeks, and whatever. That's the program, that's the offer. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the unique method of transformation that is the main agent of change within your program. So again, we're going to get into this later in the messaging thing, but for now, I can just tell you that you must have a unique method of transformation. You must be able to say to your ideal client, hey, you're over here at A and you want to get to B. I can get you from A to B using this unique method. Okay? What you don't say is, oh yeah, it's complicated and it takes a lot of work and it's really hard, a lot of effort, and it's kind of slow too. And to be honest, there's lots of pitfalls, so people don't usually get successful here. And my method of getting you there is actually really complicated because there's all the different steps. You already lost them, right? You want to be able to tell them there's one thing. There's one thing that you need to do to get from A to B. There's one method. If you do this one thing, you will get there. If you do this one thing, you'll have the highest chances of getting there. And you can say, this is the one thing that helped me. This is the one thing. I was where you're at. Okay, I wanted to go to B as well. I was at A, just like you're at A. I want to go to B. You want to go to B? Yeah, I wanted to go to B. At the time, I was like, I'm going to B. I'm freaking going to B. But I didn't know how to get there. And I tried this, and I tried this, and I tried this, and none of those things worked. Right? But then I found this. Then I found my unique method. Oh, this unique method. I found it. And then I tried it. Oh my God. Guess what happened? Before I knew it, I was over there at B. It's so cool. And so this is the one method that you have to do. It's just this one thing, this one unique method. And look, I have this whole program where we go through the method so deeply and we have all these different things and all the points are covered. We're going to take you through this method, okay? And this is the method that's going to work. Okay, so that's what you do. That's the process. That's what I'm talking about here. So the education that you do in your niche to your audience is about the method, okay? And you need to be able to get their attention first. So this is why you need to learn and you need to know the unique desires that are there. You have to have empathy. You have to know the specific pains that they have and how those pains feel and the way that they talk to themselves in relation to those pains. What are the self-talk? What's the language that they're using to themselves while they're in this pain? What is the language, right? Those things that they utter to themselves and those wishes that they have and like in their heart, the type of solution that they really want and they haven't found yet is like this. You need to know all that because you speak to that, and then once you have someone's attention and you can demonstrate that you know what you're doing, that you've had success, then they're going to be open to listening to what you have to say. And that's when you educate them on your method. And you tell a story about the method, as I just did. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, this method. They'll have a new insight. Oh, this method. I think this method could work for me. And it feels like it might even be easy. And oh my God, it might even be fast relatively to like, if I tried it on my own without this method, I think it would be a lot slower. But relatively to that, this method seems pretty fast. Oh my God. Okay. So the story leads to the insight, leads to the decision. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this method. And then guess what? Oh my God, they're prime suspects to buy your program because your program fits in perfectly with your method. If they knew that your method worked, they're not going to go to other people for their program because your method is unique. Other people's program don't have your method because only you have your method because you coined your method. Do you see the brilliance of this? This is the brilliance of marketing. This is the most effective form of marketing that there is, I think, in the whole world, is this. It's really called creating a category. You're actually creating a category, in a sense. And that allows you to dominate the market. And it just requires education that your method is the right method. Okay? So, and then a lot of your marketing is actually going to be discouraging use of other methods. You can, if there's other methods that are available that your ideal client, this person that you care about, this person that you wake up in the morning to serve, if you think there's other methods out there that they might use instead of yours and that those methods are not going to work as well, it's your job to educate as to why that is. Why is that method inferior? Why is that method not going to work? Tell stories about those methods and how they didn't work for you, right? Yoga classes by itself didn't work. Traditional nutrition advice didn't work, right? Meditating with a timer every day or like YouTube meditations, it didn't work, right? Going to a therapist, it didn't work. It wasn't until I found this, and then it worked. Okay, so that's enough for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I need to know at this point if you have any questions. I feel like that was quite complete exploration of niche. And also the whole point of that was so that you could feel aligned. I want you to feel so aligned that you love what you do, you love who you help, you love the way that you do it, you love all the things about your business, and you're really in the right niche for the right reasons. That has to be in place. I would recommend that you don't move forward in this course until that's in place. And this may be a good time if you're watching this and you're in my program, which you probably are. And even if you're not, if you're in somebody else's program, that's fine. This is the time to take what you've learned in the last couple of videos and reach out to a coach who can talk to you live, either Zoom, phone, whatever, and give you some actual personal advice based on your ideas. So I want you to take what you've just learned and to talk to somebody that you trust about it, because you need to make sure that you're on track with this part before you move on. The next stuff is cool and you could implement it all day. But if something isn't aligned, it's not that it won't work, but it has blockages built in, and it might have low ceilings of success kind of built in place. So you do what you want. If you want to keep watching, that's fine. Maybe you feel like you're already totally aligned, in which case keep going. But my suggestion is, yes, keep going, but yes, also book a call with me or with somebody on my team or with whoever you trust in business and alignment, some coach that you really trust. Get their help, get them on the phone, hop in a Zoom with them, and tell them what you just learned, and tell them your ideas of how you want to implement what you just learned, and tell them, this is my direction. I'm gonna go this direction, and please just give me your blessing on it. Okay, I want you to please do that, even if you continue watching the next videos, which is totally fine if you do. Also, make contact with someone, at least so that there's a call scheduled with somebody that you trust. All right, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.